Okay, looks like we are live. Welcome, Four Color fans, and Tony Old Wolf. If you're seeing this on the rerun, I hope you are. This is going to be just a short stream. I'm going to show the 4 comics that Old Wolf 65 sent to me for cleaning and pressing, and I'm going to evaluate them like I usually do, and come up with a plan or a strategy for helping out these comics. And hopefully this Tony is not going to be able to join me tonight, so hopefully this will also sort of be useful for him to see, and let me know what he wants, if it's different from what I am suggesting tonight. All right, so again, just a short stream. I don't expect a whole lot of people here. Hey, Psychedelic. Yes, we are live. Hey, Kenneth. Again, just a short stream evaluating the 4 comics that are in the thumbnail there. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to turn the camera down here on my laptop until I can see the comic correctly, or you guys can see the comic. Let's put a little bit more. Hey, Darren, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Ready for Cover Slingers tomorrow? I'm sure you are. So, okay, so the 4 that he sent me, this is the one of them, Thor 166, early appearance of Warlock. He was known as him at this point. And again, Tony Old Wolf 65 sent these to me to evaluate or to clean and press. And I'm going to give him my opinion here. If you guys have any input, feel free. First impressions is that the comic is pretty flat. My hands are washed and clean, by the way, and my hands are not oily. I do see a little bit of over here. I'm not sure if that's dirt or rub or something. A little bit up here of, I'm not sure if that was a little bit of scuffing there. It looks like the little discoloration up here. Not sure what that is. Maybe a little bit of foxing, perhaps. Down here, looks like... if you look way down here, yeah, it looks like there's a little chipping there going on. Just a slight little chunk. And there is a crease coming down the right edge here. All right. But honestly, not too bad. I don't see any spine, color-breaking spine ticks, except right here. Looks like there's some stress on that top staple. Yeah, looks like there's a slight tear there, pull on that staple, but not too bad. The interior of the cover does not look too tanned, so I don't think it's going to need a soaking, perhaps, most likely. Still has some good gloss. Let's look at the back here. Again, nothing, little bit of, looks like rub or some dirt here, perhaps stacked on something that was dark. Again, looks like something up here, maybe a little bit of foxing there, and down here as well. It's a little bit of something down there. Let me put it over here so you can see down here. I'm trying to see in my camera here how it goes. Okay. So my evaluation for this is nothing major. Basic clean. Over here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. See how what happens there. I got a feeling that will come up with just a gum eraser. Yeah, I don't think there's anything major here. I don't see any problems with the interior pages. Nothing like that. So my suggestion here would be just a nice deep clean. Again, there's a little bit of perhaps foxing here, but I don't think it's enough to warrant a soaking and trying to disassemble the book or anything like that. So a basic clean and press for this. No problem there. Okay. So that's my evaluation for that one. I hope everybody is doing well out there. Here is the next one. It is the one-shot Iron Man and Submariner, which actually Tony Old Wolf sent to me a copy of this as well. So, yeah. Cool, right? I can see a little bit of something going on with this here. There's a little chunk missing down here, as you can see down here. And the corners here, you can see both corners. Looks like that. I'm not sure if it was chipping and they got ripped off and put in a bag or something. Great Gene Colan cover here. Really good gloss on this copy. There are, of course, multiple ticks here, but it lays pretty flat. I don't feel any kind of indentations or anything. Let's look at the inside. Cover's a little bit tanned. See if the camera is picking that up over here. I'm not sure if you can see that much detail. Hey, Steve, how you doing, buddy? Hope you and Spock are doing well. Congratulations again on your win. I'll probably have that up to you on Monday. So this is borderline, needs a little bit of a soaking and deacidification. Just has that little kind of look right here is another chunk missing there and there. So that's definitely some chipping, probably from a little bit of brittleness. There's a tear down here. You see there's a little tear right there. Hey, Jackson, how you doing? I saw you guys on a Cheap Comic Collector buying up a Storm. Oh, all right. Looky here. That staple is barely on. The whole back part is ripped, but it does have a little bit of the cover on there. So, and this one is about to go as well. So, I do not think it's a good idea to soak this cover, because if I do that, there's no way I'm going to get that staple on like that. I would have to repair it, and Tony may not like it. Again, it's not terribly yellow or tan, so I don't know. It's your call, Tony, but to me, I would probably err on the side to not soak this cover. It's pretty flat, you know. It's pretty flat, honestly. I think not much I can do to improve this, but I'll give it a clean in the press. Very minute improvement, I'd say. I'd say this is, as it stands, a good mid-grader. So you let me know, but I would suggest not soaking that cover just because of those defects there. Let's see. Yeah, they're very nice comics. Yeah. Rust, I don't think that's rust. I don't think that's what that is. But, it's possible. I behaved myself on box. Only got 5. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, 2 more. This is a Bronze Ager. It is a very nice copy here of Captain Marvel 26, early Thanos appearance. I think his first cover, right? Hey, Tony, what do you think? Hey, buddy, hi, great to see you here. Yeah, Tony. Okay, I mean, I'll talk to you in more detail about it, but that Iron Man and Submariner, man, that's one of those ones that I really would not want to soak, just because those staples are barely hanging on. Harry, how you doing, buddy? Yes, once in a lifetime issue, right? See, you saw that, right? Okay, very good gloss on this. Man, this is a nice copy. Let me see. Okay, there's a little bit of an indentation here, it feels like. Press should get that out. Maybe just a little bit of a warp there. I have a copy of this, but mine is like no good. Again, a little bit of tanning up here. Again, just a little bitty bit up here. Not enough to warrant any kind of soaking or disassembly. Same thing over here. Probably from storage, improper storage for a while. Yeah. Really folds nice, nice and flat. Little bit of dirt here on the logo, Captain Marvel. But again, nothing major at all. This is a nice copy, Tony. Yeah. So yeah, just a basic clean and press here. Nothing major. So far, Tony, I suggest a basic cleaning and I'll pressing, just because they're pretty flat. But I mean, I'll just get them just a little bit better. Now, computer's down, huh? If I sat on the floor like that, I wouldn't be able to get up again. Yeah, I'm still pretty limber for my age, thank God. I've been decorating a lot today, helping the wife around the house. This one here, Tony, this is the one that I have the most concerns about. And this is a nice Fantastic Four 54. What is this, third Black Panther, right? And definitely is a bit dirty. You can see over here. It's either some dirt or some ink that perhaps rubbed off there. There's a little bit of writing here, right in between the the issue number and the comics code. Yeah, it does look a little bit on the dingy side, just a little bit, not terrible or anything. Yep, lots of little bit of a curl here, stacking curl perhaps along the spine. Let's see about that. Yeah, a lot of little spine stress here, right? Nothing major. There was a nice little store stamp here, Candy and Magazine Store. Cool. The back cover is, again, pretty dirty, kind of yellowing here. Let's see. Okay, this is the concern I have here, Tony. Did you know this? There's tape all along this top edge. Roger talking dirty again. On both the back and the front cover. I saw that when I took it out of the bag. You see that? And there's a little bit of tape residue right there. See that? Looks like when they put it together, like in the seam, it came out over here. And of course, you have Alma Yvette Soto, 1632, written down here. Yeah, this one needs the most love. So, the problem is it's difficult to heat press something with tape like that, because the glue would spread some. How much do you repair missing panels? Well, I unless I have a donor book, I really don't. Yeah, I would need a donor book. So for this one, Tony, I would suggest soaking this cover, because it is pretty yellowed. Deacidification there. So I'd have to disassemble it. And I would attempt to take off that tape. Now, tape like this thick and that far around, is hit or miss whether it will come off without taking out some of the paper. The good thing is there are no graphics in that area, right? That's the good thing. It's all, yeah, it's all, oh no, there is over here. No, that's for the front cover. Yeah. So, there's less risk that way, but tape like that, it sometimes comes off easy. Sometimes the thing just is bonded on there. So my suggestion is to disassemble this comic, clean it first, of course, do the basic clean, and then disassemble it, do a soaking. I'll try to get that tape off and see how that goes. If it's really giving me a lot of trouble, then I'll have to press it at very low heat and, just leave it in there cold press for a while. Good plus condition. Yeah, I'd say that it is. Yeah, I'd say that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Maybe even, I'm not sure if the tape is allowed in good, very good, but yeah, I'd say it's somewhere in there. There's nothing majorly wrong with this comic at all, honestly, other than the tape there. And I'm not really sure why that tape is there. it really does not seem like there's any tears or anything up there. It looks like just somebody wanted to reinforce it for some reason. Yeah, I'm really not sure about that. So that's my suggestion. Do a little aqueous soak with some calcium carbonate to deacidify. Maybe I'll put a little bit of antibacterial in there, and I'll work on the tape as well. But that would be my suggestion. But again, I will see this video, and then tomorrow I will send you a text, old Wolf, Tony, and you can decide whether you want to go all the way, or you just want to sort of leave it as is and just do a basic clean and press. Okay, do it. All right. So that's it, buddy. That's all I wanted to do. Just wanted to show this videos for you and for the community, so that you see where I'm going to go with them. I'm going to take pictures of everything, and so you can see hopefully the before and after. Again, the first 3 here, they're really not bad, not too bad at all. I mean, this one, like I already told you the limitations for this one. I wouldn't take it apart, and this one is pretty good as well. So but that Fantastic Four, that one is going to be the one that's going to be a little bit on the iffy side. All right, all the way. All right, I'll get out of here. I'll leave you guys alone. Go over and bother your significant others. Go finish your turkey and stuff if you're doing Thanksgiving here in the United States, and if you're out of the United States, like Darren, you have a good, let's see, what is it, morning over there, after or early afternoon, something like that. All right, everybody, be kind to each other, be blessed, be back. I'm have to hit this thing here, so you have to see my mug again. And everybody take care, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow on Cover Slingers on Grayman's channel, where we're going to be doing neckties, and I think I have some good comics over there. All right, everybody, take care. Good night.